So over the years, I've had quite a few people ask me, more details about, my frame that my sleeping platform sits on. And I've actually done several different iterations of my sleeping platform, but they've all used this basic frame design. It has changed a little bit over the years, so I thought I would just do a little video and kind of just walk through it and just show you some close-ups and try to answer some of the questions I've gotten. All right, so starting in the back here, these little tabs are just hooked and welded onto this angle iron, and then there's these loops I attached, and they're held in place by some tension straps to the stock mount points in 4 locations. So that just keeps it down, so it's not going to go flying anywhere, and it doesn't rattle around. So this angle iron is actually an old bed frame. If I were to do it again, I would not use an old bed frame because this metal is extremely hard. It's very hard to drill through. You can weld with it fine. My welding job years and years and years ago is not very good, but it has held up so far. But yeah, if you're gonna do something similar to this, I would just go to the local hardware store or whatever and just buy a new piece of angle iron. I believe this is about like 1 inch angle iron. Whatever old bed frames use, that's basically what this is. And you can get that stuff at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever. But that'll be much softer metal. It'll still be pretty sturdy, but it'll just be easier to drill. So right now I got these little bumpers on here, and that is just to raise the platform up a little bit, because right now my platform actually sits inside the angle iron on both sides. And what I'm going to do is probably raise it up a little bit by attaching a 1x1 on the bottom of the wood part of the platform, because I would like to be able to extend it a little further over this way, just to get a little extra room. So yeah, that'll come eventually. And then up here, this cross beam, this is something I added later. So originally this platform, actually, the bed frame went all the way up, and the bed frame feet that came from the bed on the bed frame I had modified, and it sat right behind the seats, and there was a bar that went across, so the platform went all the way up there. But I shortened it, added this. This is an old Thule bar with the plastic pulled off. I've got a bunch of Thule stuff around, been collecting it for years. And this just sits on top of the front bolt for the rear seat attachment. And surprisingly, I think the Thule bars are probably, I don't know, half an inch, a half inch by 1 inch maybe. But that pretty much keeps it level. If you can look at all the other components back here, when it's attached from that point to there, it's pretty level. So if you do something similar, those are good attachment points if you want to have good reference. And always remember, the element floor does slope, so it is smaller back here than it is up here in terms of height underneath the platform. So just keep that in mind when you're building anything. But this is a good way to keep it level without having to worry about that. And so one of the main reasons I like this, and I keep coming back to it even when I update my platform, I've gone, like I said, through several different iterations, and I keep coming back to this because, as you can see, you get all the storage space when you just pull the platform out. All you gotta do is take the top part off, and you've got access to all this. So I just went and picked up a washing machine the other day with this. I just took me 5 minutes to take the platform out, and I was good to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm gonna make my platform, redo it again, because I want a little more height underneath in the back here. I've actually got some dowels right here that I was playing around with to see about adding a little height and attaching these to the bottom. Maybe do one across back here too. But yeah, that's it. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them. But hopefully that pretty much covered what the basics of this platform are. It's a great base for, you know, doing whatever's going to work for you. I've certainly found that this has made it possible for me to do all kinds of different stuff and just kind of play around with it.